Welcome to the Daily Developer Show, the show where we talk every single day about how you can become a better developer, but also how to optimize your lifestyle as a developer. My name is Cameron Chardukian. Let's get started. Now, if you watched my video from yesterday, you'd know that I just went on my first call with a recruiter, and if you can watch that video if you want kind of lots of my more detailed thoughts about that process. But another thing that I thought about that I forgot to include in yesterday's video is the idea that getting a job or being employable is not just how good you are at programming. Let me say that again. Being employable is not just about your skill as a developer. Let me show you a quick equation. I call this equation the employability equation. And here we go. The employability equation is your employability. I'm writing down my chalkboard here. it's like a little baby chalkboard. Your employability equals your abilities as a developer. So that'll be employability equals ability. Do you know JavaScript? Can you write a for loop? Can you explain what a promise is? Something I should probably work on. So, ability as a developer, but also times that by your likability. So again, the equation is employability equals ability times likability. And unfortunately, I'm not sure how this worked out, but when I wrote it on the board and put it on the camera, it's backwards. But I hope you get the idea. Your employability equals your ability times your likability. Maybe this is easy to read if you're dyslexic. Oh, that was a horrible joke. Now I'll never get a job. What am I saying here, though? What's the point of this video? I'm saying that, listen, if you have the ability, let me throw this board. If you have the ability to be just, what did my friend call this? My friend is a developer, and he said, listen, man, there are some people in this world that are just crack coders. They are just incredible at what they do. Whether they just started very early, or their brain is wired in a certain way, or they just put in an insane amount of hours. There are some people that can program like you would not believe. So if that is you, you don't necessarily have to be likable. If you are some prodigy at coding, a coding genius, or as Dylan Israel calls himself, a coding god, if that is you, you don't have to be likable, because you have such an insane value proposition in your skills that you can get away with not being so strong in other areas. The same way as if you want to be attractive, for example, maybe if you have an excellent personality, you can just have an average physical appearance. Or if you have a great physical appearance, you can have an average personality. And while the ideal is that you have both, you are both physically attractive and you've got a great personality, you can get by just having one of the two and being okay at the other one. In the same way, if you are an amazing coder and you're also amazing at rallying the troops, at getting everybody fired up and working at their best, that is the ideal. But listen, we're talking about how to get your first entry-level position. So I'm saying, listen, you either got to be really solid on all the coding stuff, or if you can't do that, or if you don't want to, you don't want to have to program in your room, in your parents' basement for the next 3 to 4 years to get to that level, another thing you can do is you can just become likable. Why? Studies show that people are more likely to hire people that are likable. I say studies show. I think there are studies that show. And if this study's not been conducted yet, it's just common sense, right? So that's very important. In fact, when I searched likability, actually one of the, you know how Google will, they will finish your query. They will give you different suggestions for your query or what you were searching. one of the things Google suggested was likability as a competitive advantage. So use likability as a competitive advantage. You're not the best coder. Be the most likable person. Be the people that people want on the team. If you're an intern, integrate yourself into the team. Go have lunch with the team. Maybe you're not interested in talking about the NBA Finals. You're tired of people talking about the Warriors. And you think it's a waste of time. But guess what? You want to be likable, man. You better start talking about it. Now, I'm not saying be somebody that you're not. But I'm just saying make an effort to connect with the people in your organization. Or make an effort to connect with the interviewer or whoever is relevant that you want to connect to be likable. You want to be in a position where they like you. That will help you get employed as a developer, and I'm sure that will also help you get better positions as a developer as well. So, in summary, employability equals ability and how do I do this? And likability. So, I'm not saying don't work on your coding skills. Keep working on your coding skills. You can see on my GitHub, every single day I am coding something. I'm learning something new. But when I talk to the recruiter, I'm not like, hey, this is what I did. Look at it. Pretty cool, huh? First of all, because I'm not at that point where I'm not at a point where my work is just so amazing that I can afford to do that. But also, it's just common sense. These are people. People connect with people. So be likable, and it'll be easier for you to get a job. Ability. Likability. Employability. I'll see you in tomorrow's video.